Welcome to our larger garage building video series. Let's go ahead and get started with our first video. A three-car garage. How would you frame something like this? This is going to be a three-car garage with a gable roof, and of course we're going to use trusses. Now I will put a link at the end of the video. I have already made a series on how to frame two-car garage roofs. And of course, a two-car garage, and I'm hopefully going to put together a book. If I do get the book done, I will put a link to it on the website. But when I get to it, who knows? So let's go ahead and get started. We have the sheathing there. Whip around, plywood. View of the foundation. The foundation for something like this most of the time is going to require a 12-inch wide, and it'll be 12 inches deep, and then have a slab maybe 5 inches thick or 4 inches thick. And again, remember, this is not, I'm in Southern California. If you're dealing with frost lines or, I've actually seen people just pour a 6-inch slab without any footings and build a garage on top of it. So do not get carried away and think that every little bit of information in my videos is going to work everywhere. If you have a frost line, for example, where the ground freezes, you might need to have really deep footings. They might need to go below the frost line, but you can get more information on that from your local building department or building authorities. Now, if you notice here, we have a raised stem wall. And that is because the garage floor usually slopes towards the openings. You probably don't want it to slope back against to where the water's going to pool up in the corners here. So standard construction method here. Framing, of course, 2x4s. You might want to use 2x6. And I think I have a 4x12 header here, 16-foot opening. And here we have an 8-foot opening with a 4x10, and this could always be a continuous header. Or you could put a block here and strap it. I might have some more information in some of the other videos, but I am going to do more. I'm going to try and create a few more roofs designs for something like this in the future. When I get to it, who knows. A truss roof. This is a 4-12 pitch. I believe it's 2x6 fascia board, 2x4 lookouts. And again, I don't have all the hardware in here you might need, just giving you an idea. A lot of times I've found in making these videos is that all we need are a few pictures. And in this case, the video really makes a difference because you can stop it. You can, hit the old play button and then stop it at different sections and see what's going on sometimes. So these videos really seem to be helping people out a lot. I guess otherwise I wouldn't be making them, right? So a view from the underside, gable end. You will need to connect the two walls with some type of a brace. And of course this also stabilizes the ceiling on the trusses. And you might actually need one. Here I have one in the middle. You might need two of them, and that would be maybe in the 1/3 section and the 2/3 section of the ceiling. And of course a brace here. Sometimes I've seen people put braces going this way, but it seems to make more sense with it going this way, bracing off to the wall and coming back. This prevents the gable end from leaning out or leaning in. And there is the roof sheathing, and that is it for this video. In this video, I will show you how you can frame a 6-car garage. That would be 3 2-car garage doors, 60-foot long, 20-foot wide, gable roof. And I'm just going to kind of go through here at a faster rate than normal, because I already did one of these, or a few of these, for building how to build a 2-car garage. And it's basically the same information. So I'm going to put a link to the website that you can go check out And if you're looking at for a little more information on how to fasten everything together, in this video here, we'll just kind of take you through what it looks like. You can get an idea of what might be required for this type of garage. The outlookers, fascia board, the ridge, gable end with the framing, view underneath the rafters, fascia board break, the blocks, shaped blocks, so you can nail the roof sheathing into it. A lap here. This is actually a brace that is going to help connect the two outside walls together. And you can put more in. I can just kind of space these out 1/3 of the way here. The ridge will need to be notched according to the fascia board that you are going to be using. I have 2x8 rafters. If you're going to use 2x10 rafters, you might not need to notch the ridge. Gable studs, 16 inches on center. A brace here to sway brace to kind of help the ridge, prevent it from moving until you get the roof sheathing on. And that also helps to prevent the wall from moving out a little bit also. The shape blocks again. Remove that. Ceiling joist might need to be notched at the end, depending on what type of ceiling joist you're using. Now, even though I can provide you with the spacing, the rafter sizes, stuff like that, I'm not really providing you with any structural engineering here. You're just kind of an example. This is how I've seen plenty of garages built before, and some of them I built myself like this. So a 4x14 header. The reason why I'm doing that is because the weight of the roof, the rafters are going to be sitting on the side of the door opening. In one of my other garage, 2-car garage videos, I have the rafters sitting on the outside walls and not over the garage door header, and I think I have a 4x12 in there. So, and this might need to be a larger header for you. Might need to be a 6x12 or a 6x14. Let's go ahead and remove the ceiling joist, and you can see here that I have the framing plates lapping over the garage door header. And this provides a nice solid connection all the way through here, because these are going to be broken. So it's not like you're going to have two plates in the back. The beam is going to occupy this space. If you put the two framing plates on, then the garage door, when you finish everything, it might be a little low. So keep that in mind also. But you might be able to put two framing plates on over this area, depending upon the size of the garage door, of course. Take a look at the corner, lapping the plates, anchor bolts on the bottom. The other side here, just going to kind of whip through this framing, 16 inches on center, 2x4s, corner, inside corner. Again, the anchor bolts, your curb for the foundation. That's common on a garage. It's going to have a sloping concrete floor, about 1/8 of an inch per foot. Seems to be a nice slope. Inside another corner, same as the others. Double trimmers underneath the header. You might even need a 4x4 post. And even though I'm not showing it in this video, I am going to do another video with more structural engineering. This part right here, if you're looking for a little more structural support and you build something like this, you could always put some plywood on the inside of the shorter walls that go across the front. That's going to give you a little more stability. But you can always put some hold downs here. And again, I'm going to put that in a future video, and we'll put a link to that video at the end of this video when it is done. Another center section. Outside, foundation, anchor bolts, 12 inches from each break, if you remember. And this is a 2-pour. You pour this one here first and then the slab. Slab is poured after. Spacing on anchor bolts is usually 6 foot on center maximum. Now let's go ahead and put the thing together. And I'm just going to kind of go over a process that I would use, kind of the order of assembly. Frame the walls. I don't have the braces in here, but you're going to need to install some type of a bracing system to shore up all the walls and get them perfectly plumb and straight. So that's going to be the second part. After you frame the walls, brace everything up and make sure it's nice and straight. Then put the ceiling joist on. Then the strong backs. You know, these can also toenail into the ceiling joist and help. They can you can always put a 2x6 in here too, or 2x if you're looking for something to strengthen up the ceiling if you're going to end up drywalling it in the future. Rafters, after that, rafters and blocks, then the braces, and then the collar ties here, then the gable studs. Again, 16 inches on center. If you're going to put a gable vent in here and you're going to center it in here, this might have to move over and to accommodate that, to keep that in mind. You can always put the gable vent on each side or use dormer vents for that would go on top of the roof, or even put 2 gable vents, one on each side if you want to have the stud underneath here to help shore up the ridge, looking for a little more support. Fascia board with the outlookers, roof sheathing, and you are done. Now this video right here does not really include any structural engineering. Like I said, you live in an area where it snows, then you might need to beef this stuff up. You might need 2x12 rafters. A lot of times it's not uncommon to have people install 3/8 of an inch plywood or 1/2 inch struck one plywood, structural plywood, around the entire garage. And it's also not uncommon to have hold downs with shear panels, structural shear walls in all 4 of these sections here to prevent the building from moving this way. So that's it for the video. Like I said, I am going to do another video in the future. When it is done, I will put a link here to a 6-car garage with all the structural engineering you could possibly imagine in it. And again, keep in mind, I'm not a structural engineer. I'm just providing you with building assembly methods, repair methods that I've seen work or that I've seen done in the past. As these change in the future, then I'm going to have to update my videos accordingly. So thanks for watching. If you like the video, you enjoy it, don't forget to check out the website and hit the thumbs up button.